Hi everybody, this is Keith Jones from the Jones Garden blog. Today we're talking about watermelons. Now watermelons in Arizona can be kind of tricky. After all, it's ridiculously hot here. The first year I tried to grow watermelons, I grew a normal variety. I think it was a sugar baby. And once I figured out the watering scheme so that they stopped bursting, the melons grew and they looked okay, and I pulled one in and I cut it up, and the inside of it was all brown and burnt. Really weird. It smelled like watermelon, but it didn't look like watermelon. And I talked to a friend of mine who was really into growing watermelons here, and he said that the problem was I was growing the wrong type of watermelon. He recommended a watermelon called the Desert King watermelon. The great thing about these watermelons is they really love the heat. They have a lighter colored rind, outside skin, and the inside is actually a golden colored, which is a little different. But the flavor is amazing, and it tastes a lot. Well, it tastes like watermelon. It kind of looks like a pineapple. I think there's a picture on my blog. You can check it out. But today we got a couple of watermelons that are ready to go. Now, the way you know a watermelon is ready to go is on the outside, other side of the vine. The watermelon grows on one side. On the other side of the vine is one of these little curlicue things. And let's focus in on a couple of those to show you what I'm talking about here. See those little things hanging down? Those are what I'm talking about. Well, those are on the other side of the watermelon as well. And when those turn brown and start to kind of shrivel up, even more than they normally do, the watermelon is ready. Well, I got a couple of them that are ready. We're going to take them inside and we're going to put them in the fridge. Because the only thing better than a fresh Desert King watermelon is a cold, fresh Desert King watermelon. And then we will cut these up tonight, and the kids and my wife and I will have a watermelon feast. Woo! Alright, let's see this. Now, here is the first bad boy I'm talking about here. And you can see, this is his little curlicue thing, all dried up real good. Alright, so we're going to try doing this. Nope. Okay. So we're gonna cut these, and then I'm gonna weigh them, and then I'm gonna take them inside. All right? Cool. All right. So we brought the watermelons in, and we weighed them. When I come bring them in, I always check them over real good, make sure there's no splits or cracks or anything in them. Because if there is, then I'm kind of paranoid. So typically, I'll just chop them up and give them to the chickens. Now, they've been refrigerated for like 10 or 11 hours while I was at work. They are nice and cold. And I did weigh them. They weighed about 12 pounds apiece. So we have about 24 pounds of watermelon here. Alright, first thing I do is I like to cut off just a little bit of one of the ends. And I got this method from a friend of mine named Dr. Ross. Alright, so you can see the nice orange colored flesh inside. That way it gives us something stable there. And then, whoa, see that? I just barely started cutting it. And it's split. This melon is super full of awesome water. So super, super, super juicy. It's going to be an incredible watermelon. Alright, so what we do is cut the top off like that. And then we just kind of give it a, whew, look at that. See that? It's split again. That's awesome. Alright, so then we just start kind of shaving off the rind. That way we just get the rind off and we keep as much of the melon as possible. That way we get to eat it, because I like to eat it.
Then we're going to eat it, Dad.
We're going to eat the watermelon.
It's not bad, baby.
It's not bad.
If
It's
it splits
good.
outside, it's not a good thing.
If it splits out in the garden, it's bad. If it splits when a knife hits it, it's a good thing. Alright?
Why is it yellow then?
Why is it yellow? Because it's the Desert King watermelon. It's supposed to be yellow. Kyle's right.
Yeah, popular.
You can see the juice running down the sides of it.
I know, isn't that crazy? Awesome. Alright. So we just keep doing this until we get all the way around. Looks like this big golden egg.
But it's actually a watermelon.
Alright, so now that we got it like that, here, my sons love Desert King watermelons.
It's so tasty.
Alright, one of the things I like to do is keep the seeds. These watermelons right here are actually grown from seeds that I grew 2 years ago. So we put those off to the side, I'll rinse them off and then dry them for a few days, and then we'll put them into a little mason jar. Alright, so let me just slice them like this, and boom, Desert King watermelons. Awesome. Alright, so I'm going to slice all these up, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so we're all done chopping up the watermelon. Actually, both watermelon. The second one did the same thing the first one did. It totally split as soon as I started to cut it with the knife. Super, super juicy. You can see the plate I was cutting them in is like filled with juice. There's juice all over the cutting board. It's kind of a messy ordeal, but well worth it. Lots of seeds in the Desert King, so that's going to be great because I'll wash these off and dry them and use them in the years to come. And a giant bowl of watermelon. It's going to be totally awesome. The kids have been hanging out, just drooling over it as we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Keith Jones from the Jones Garden blog. My very first video. Thanks for tuning in.